I love the fight from the Fightins out here. We have a huge series starting tonight against the Brewers.
Oh, you didn't let me finish the recap of the week.
Oh, you finished the week.
Phils get blown out on Friday. Aaron Nola let up like 6 home runs. I can't stand that man. He actually kind of threw my fantasy baseball season. Just want to point that out there too. But Phillies go down 4-0 on Saturday, and guess who delivers?
Harp.
No, Harp. Sorry, Harp did deliver 2 home runs. Cal Stevenson hits a double to take the lead, and then guess what Cal does after that? Robs a game-tying home run. This guy out of the blue, and then guess who was the hero yesterday? Buddy Kennedy hits a game-tying double in the 8th inning, and then guess who walks it off? JT Realmuto, shot in the gap. Big win for the Phils, and like you were saying, big series starts this week.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think many people are going to watch the game tonight, just being the Birds kind of day. But a huge series starting against the Brewers tonight. I think you got 3 here, then you go 3 in New York against the Mets. Or you got 4 in New York against the Mets. These next 7 games can pretty much determine if you lock up that 1 seed or not. Mm-hmm. We do hold the tiebreaker currently against the Brewers and the Dodgers. So as long as nothing crazy happens against the Brewers here, if we just win the series, we should have the tiebreaker. Dodgers, we hold the tiebreaker. We are looking good for the 1 seed. That does then bring up the debate, should the Phillies go for the 1 seed or not?
Yes. I think for most teams, because I know there's the Braves keep losing, the Dodgers lose. Dodgers are playoff chokers. Braves can't beat the Phillies in the playoffs. Those are just 2 facts of, it's eat, sleep, Braves can't beat the Phillies in the playoffs. This Phillies team, what has been the biggest issue with this Phillies team in the last 2 playoffs? The bullpen being cooked. And how do you solve that issue? You don't have to play a wild card series where there's more tension on your arms, and you get a whole extra week off. I think that is so big for this team. A team that, they maybe start off cold, but you get that home series against whoever you're playing in the NLDS. Like off the bat, you get 2 home games. That'll fire the boys up. I
will say our bats tend to go cold very quickly, and I think if you have that break, that's when our bats go cold.
I think if you have that break, it only gives it the possibility that the bats don't go cold in the future. Yeah, maybe you have a tough series, but then you're hoping you play a bad team in that, and you get that home motivation of the 2 home games. You win both of those, and then you get 3 on the road. If you just win 1 on the road, you get 2 back at home. And I know that you're gonna have flashbacks to the whole Diamondback series where you just need to win 1 at home, but I don't know. I'm feeling really good about this year. I think if we lock up the 1 seed, it's cooks. It's wraps for the league.
Yeah, I know another big debate is going to be Sanchez or Nola in Game 2 in the playoffs. Especially if you're the home team. Sanchez, I believe, has a 2 ERA at home and a 5 on the road. Do you just start him that second game at home and then give Nola the road start? Or do you owe it to Nola to give him the second start with the Waysman?
You don't owe nothing to Aaron Nola. This guy has consistently thrown games for you, in my opinion. I mean, the guy's a home run. He's guaranteed to let up a home run. Can't be doing that in the playoffs. Christopher Sanchez, I think, if anything, has only proven why he deserves that second spot. Aaron Nola, he's going to cry. I don't care. Put that guy third game, because then you have, even if you want to say Nola's a better pitcher, but then you just get Aaron Nola versus their third pitcher.
That is true.
So, and I think you use Ranger Suarez strictly bullpen. Do not put that man as a starter. I love Ranger Suarez, but my God, is he so frustrating to watch right now.
Speaking of frustrating, Taijuan Walker will be back in the rotation for the Philadelphia Phillies. He had what? I've only seen him play 1 game since his bullpen stint, and he let up a home run.
He let up a 2 home run.
Yeah. To give us a deficit.
What has this guy got over Dave Dombrowski and Rob Thompson? Get this guy.
How does he get top step?
Get this guy out of here.
That sounded just like Jerry Seinfeld. He gets top step privileges. He gets bullpen when he wants it. He gets back in the rotation when he wants.
He's only good to get the butt slap.
If he didn't get paid, this man would be putting fries in the bag. He would not be on an MLB team.
I think I saw him serving my
Him and Stubbs should be working bullpen reps for everybody else. Him and Garrett Stubbs, that's all they bring to this team.
No, Garrett Stubbs at least brings vibes. Taijuan Walker.
What vibes does he bring to this team? If you're not playing on my team, I don't want you to bring in vibes.
Garrett Stubbs is fun.
He's not fun for who? He's made that his personality to be in the MLB.
Yes.
It is absolutely
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
Walker has nothing. What does Taijuan Walker have?
Money. He's got money. He at least has that. Stubbs is here for a freaking playlist. I can make you a playlist. Get him off the team.
We're not even. First off, I don't like Garrett Stubbs. Guy's a fun person to be. Seems like a fun
guy to be around. When you guys go out for coffee every day.
Yeah, we do. But no, Taijuan Walker looks like he's a horrible person. That's
crazy. How'd you put that in the world?
He just like sit there and talk to like have you ever seen a fun interview with Taiwan Walker? Have you ever seen an interview with Taiwan Walker?
No, because he doesn't do enough to get the post game.
Exactly.
Tom and Kruk never want to talk to him.
I don't want to talk to him. I don't even want to see him. The fact that Tom McCarthy has to sit here every week and defend why Taiwan Walker's the guy doesn't want to do it. He's sick of it. I'm sick of it. I can't keep watching this dude go out there and pitch. If we lose that game Thursday, I'm done. I'm turning it off until the playoffs. I'm so sick of it.
And you know how they're going to back that? Well, we were looking to save arms. We were looking to save arms for the playoffs. That's what they're going to be backing us with right now.
You're literally putting a loss out there. You're better off having Garrett Stubbs go out there and pitch. There you go. There's Garrett Stubbs rolling this team.
That's all he does. Yeah. He's our Roman Quinn of this team. That is all he does.
Okay, that's fine. Don't even put Roman Quinn was bunts.
Stubbs is bunt. Stubbs can't even drop a bunt. They play. All right, you know in recess when like, oh, this kid's up, let's move in. That's how they play for Garrett Stubbs. You see, the third baseman is 10 feet in front of the third base coach.
That's fine. Garrett Stubbs has vibes. Roman Quinn did not have vibes.
He probably had some good vibes.
No, he didn't, because they didn't care about him.
This is just ridiculous. I mean, the fact that he's back in this lineup, the fact that we didn't make enough moves at the deadline to where we have a solid bench. There's just so many issues that I'm going to find with this team throughout the playoffs, and you're going to hear me come back to.
You know who's a guy is going to be sitting at home in October and could really use a spot in the playoffs? Garrett Crochet. Dave, what'd you do? Nothing.
I wouldn't want Garrett Crochet.
Why?
That man, he's a 3-inning man at this point. His career is going to fall off. So he had 1 year. His career is going to fall. You will not hear about Garrett Crochet after this year.
First off, he would have been an elite bullpen arm unit if you like. He's only getting 3 innings right now because the White Sox are saving him so they can trade him or so he can go somewhere else. That's the only reason he's only pitching 3 innings right now.
All you're showing me is the man doesn't have durability. As an owner, I wouldn't want him on my team at this point.
Fine, then don't take.
He had his highest stock.
You're not an owner. This is why you're not an owner.
Oh, and you are. You're out here. You're gonna take guys just for their vibe because they're cool looking guys, huh?
Okay, I'm not saying I want Garrett Stubbs on this team. I would much rather have Rafael Marchand, who's actually an elite backup catcher. Why is this guy so good?
He could start on probably 9 MLB teams.
9 is a very weird number to pick because you're gonna say 90%.
No, I'm saying 9 teams because I'm thinking the Angels, the A's, the White Sox.
Well, Angels he cannot start because they got Ohapi.
Fell off. Detroit.
Oh my God.
Cardinals. No, he could be on so many other teams.
Cardinals?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who the catcher. Oh, they have
Wilson
Contreras. He's not starting.
What have you heard from him?
He got hurt.
Great. You know who doesn't? Marchand. In fact, the Rojas is still on this team. There's a lot of issues.
Don't even get me started.
There's a lot of issues I'm going to find with this team when we get to Red October.
Great defender, Johan Rojas literally lets up a home run. He let up a home run. How do you do that as an outfielder? How do you let up a home run? I can tell you how. Because he catches the ball and he tries to put you a little, I robbed the home run, and then the ball gets knocked out of his glove. You're a loser, Johan Rojas.
I love when he just looks at his glove like, where'd you get that? What happened there?
Johan Rojas, Garrett Stubbs, and Taiwan Walker need to be shipped. Gone.
But they're not going to go anywhere.
Get them out of here.
Rojas is their little project that they have out there, and they're not going to back down from that.
Yeah, what happened to Kevin Long being able to fix everyone's swing? I saw Christian Pache never get better. Johan Rojas has never gotten better. Austin Hayes looks like a loser. Garrett Stubbs, if Kevin Long...
Brandon Marsh was supposed to be his big project.
Yeah, well, he at least can hit a home run every once in a while. He got a little pop. If he wasn't just swinging... This Phillies team's whole idea of bashing home runs has ruined Bryson Stott and has ruined Brandon Marsh.
It ruined Hoskins for a while, too.
2 guys... No, first off, Hoskins is just the streakiest player in baseball history. Like, that guy could be... He could hit 5 home runs in 2 games, and then he's going to not hit a home run for a month.
You know how awesome, but also painful it would be for him to be the one to knock us out of the playoffs?
I think that'd be funny.
I think it would really show Dave that, like, hey, step off your pedestal and take a look at what you got.
First off, he had no spot on this team.
Not because Harper was selfish, but that's a whole other debate.
Harper is selfish.
Harper is a selfish player. You know, I was listening today. They were talking about.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no.
You're on WIP because they're bad.
We don't name drop other radio stations here, bud.
Okay, I'm just saying that they're all liars. We're at least true.
No, but it brought up a point. If the Phillies wanted to go for Juan Soto, you know who that would have to go through? Bryce Harper. And then you know what? Bryce Harper isn't the face of the team anymore. It'd be Juan Soto. So would Bryce sign off on that? Because Bryce Harper seems to have way too much pull on this team, and I have not been a fan of it.
Wah, wah, wah.
Who did he bring here?
He
brought here Turner? You want to talk about streaky? You want to talk about streaky? We could have had Xander Bogaerts, Carlos Correa, any of these people.
Xander Bogaerts is a loser. Carlos Correa is a cheater.
But you know how much cheaper? You know how much cheaper they would have been, and bringing you pretty much the same production.
Oh my God, not the same production at all. I'm about to take off my headset and walk out. I can't do this. This is ridiculous.
He brings production every once in a while. He is not the $300 million player you paid. That's my point.
Let's look at Carlos Correa right now because he's not making much less. This is ridiculous. The fact that He's making $105 million. That's it. He's only making 105. That's a
Boom, and that's a serviceable shortstop.
Sorry, he's making $35 million a year.
Again, my argument isn't against Turner. It's Harper only signs off on the people he wants, and those are the people you sign for the big bucks. He brought in Schwarber. Great. Home runs. That's it.
Now we're disrespecting Kyle Schwarber.
I'm just saying, if everything has to be signed off by Harper, then he's only bringing in
That's what you do for your star player.
But he's not playing like a star player. He's not a star player.
LeBron James. Everything
Harper
goes through him.
went from MVP to bench player.
Okay,
that was a stretch. He's not a bench player.
That was wild.
But he hasn't played like an all-star since the all-star break.
Yeah, he looks like a loser right now, but he's...
Yeah.
Okay,
so who's going to have the bigger longevity?
Juan Soto? In the last 10 years...
Getting closer to the mic doesn't make you louder.
In the last 10 years, who has had the most impactful play in Philly sports history other than Nick Foles?
Reese Hoskins.
Don't even say it. It's not even comparable.
Oh my God, the bat spike.
What?
The bat spike.
That is not better than the swing of his life.
Okay.
Actually, let me pull up a receipt real quick from CJ Tully on the day of the bat spike.
What? Why do we receipts? Why are we bringing up receipts?
Oh, I'm not going to find it because I'm not going to be able to scroll that far.
Right.
But, oh my God, he's the greatest player of all time. It's something that you said something along those lines.
I don't recall. I don't recall.
Let's also see Xander Bogaerts' contract. In 3 years, Carlos Correa is making a third of what Trey Turner's making in 12 years.
Okay, so here, are you going to give Harper this new contract he wants?
He doesn't want a new contract. He wants an extension.
Which means more money. Are you going to give him that?
Not if he's playing like this, no.
No, but you know who's going to want it and who's going to literally not let you get other players until they're signed for longer? That's Bryce Harper. It's selfish.
Dude, Xander Bogaerts is making $280 million to be a bum.
He's actually not. If you look at his stats, he's actually pretty solid.
You can't even... Don't even...
I'm not comparing. I'm saying he is a solid shortstop.
Not compared to Trey Turner. Trey Turner is way better, and you're paying him a little bit more.
But you have a longer commitment. What's the Phillies team in 5 years? Who's this Phillies team?
I don't know. I'm not...
That's why I heard the argument. I am big on the Juan Soto thing.
I'm big on Juan Soto, too. I would love Juan Soto.
We need a cornerstone of this piece. Because Bohm, he ain't going to cut it.
Bohm
Stott
is a loser.
ain't going to cut it.
Well,
JT's done in maybe a year or two.
Stott had no need to get a blow. He's just having a bad year.
Stott hasn't had a good year.
Last year!
He's great fielding. I'll give him that. His bat
is the best. He's the best.
Is not far from Gary
He's a Gold Glove. All right.
Yeah, bat's great. Or the glove's great. No bat.
Okay. You know who made a living
we
off
can't
that?
have our core people not be able to hit the ball.
You got... All right, I think that your biggest issue right now is you don't have a center fielder. You haven't had an elite center fielder since Shane Victorino. That's
Ben Revere. But
oh my God, Ben Revere had one career home run. No, he had 3.
He ended up cooking after that.
No, he cooked. All right.
He cooked. You had a double Herrera, who's an all-star. Thank you guys for listening to another episode of Tailgate with the Tullys. We will be back next week with another episode, keeping you updated on the latest in sports.